Hi everyone, this is Mrs. GA, and today we're going to talk about sequence of transformations. So a sequence of transformations is essentially performing a series of transformations one after another, and so you transform one and then you go from that new figure to do your next transformation. So we're going to start with this first example where we see two different transformations. First, they're asking us to translate ABC along the vector V, and then they're asking us to reflect it across line L. So remember, vector V, the component form of this vector is 1, 4. And really, this is just telling you to go to the right one and to go up 4. So you can really just work with each point individually and shift at right one up 4, or you can actually go draw in the vector from each point. But I'm going to start by transforming point A. So I go right 1 up 4. I'm going to call this A prime. Then for B, right 1 up 4, B prime. And for C, same thing, right 1 up 4. So now, from this new figure, A prime, B prime, C prime, I'm going to do my second transformation. I'm going to reflect it across the line L. So for this reflection, I can just start with point A prime. I can count how many units it is from line L and then go that many units on the other side. So A prime will be here. B prime, and I'm going to call it A double prime since it's my second transformation. B prime is on my line of reflection, so it stays in the same place. And then C prime is 1 unit, so I go 1 unit on the other side, and I call it C double prime. And this new figure is my final answer. So that's what a sequence of transformations looks like. You do one transformation, and then from that new figure, you do your other transformation. Okay, let's try this next one. So here we're going to do 3 transformations. First, we're going to reflect our figure over the y-axis. So you can either use the coordinate rule for this. The coordinate rule for this reflection is negative x, y. So you essentially make all of your x values negative. Or we can just count the distance to the y-axis and then reflect it on the other side. So A prime is going to reflect all the way over to here, so it becomes positive 4, positive 4. And that's A prime. B is 3 units on the left, so I'll go 3 units on the right. B prime. C prime is going to go right here, and D prime will go right here. So that's my first transformation. My second transformation, we're asked to rotate our figure 90 degrees clockwise, and this will be about the origin. Now, previously we've talked about rotations, but we've only done counterclockwise rotations. And really, you only need to know the rules for counterclockwise if you can understand that 90 degrees clockwise, which would be a quarter circle this way, is the same as 270 degrees counterclockwise. So I'm going to write that into the blank. 90 degrees clockwise is the same as 270 degrees counterclockwise, which we do have a rule for. So our rule for counterclockwise rotation 270 degrees is that xy becomes y negative x. So for this one, it might be useful to actually list out your coordinates and do your coordinate transformation. So A prime is 4, 4, B prime is 3, 4, C prime is 3, 1, and D prime is 4, 1. So now when I do my next one, I'll call it a double prime. So again, switch x and y and make your x value negative. So 4, negative 4, or let me say make it opposite. For B double prime, 4 moves to the front, and 3 becomes opposite. For C double prime, 1 moves to the front, 3 becomes opposite. And for D double prime, 1 moves to the front, 4 becomes opposite. So that's our next transformation, and I will do that in blue. So we have 4, -4, which is A double prime, 4, -3, which is B double prime, 1, -3, and 1, -4. Okay, and then we have one more transformation to do, and that is we're going to translate it along this vector, -6, 2. So remember, this is just telling us to go left 6, up 2 for each one. So I'll start with C double prime. If I go left 6 and up 2, I'm over here. And I'll call that C triple prime. And then D left 6 up 2, and I'm here, so that's D triple prime. And then same for A and B, so left 6 up 2 and left 6 up 2. And this final image is our answer, so I'm going to shade it in to show that it's our final answer. All right, so at this point, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and see if you can give number 3 a try on your own. So transform your image according to these 2 transformations, and see if you can also describe these transformations in words. All right, so go ahead and check your work here. This first transformation tells you to translate right 2 units, so you can see that in my A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. And the second rule tells us to reflect over the x-axis, so you can see that my final answer is here in red. Okay, here's the last one. Again, please pause the video and see if you can try this on your own. And please describe in words what you see in these 2 transformation rules. Okay, go ahead and check your answers here. So this tells us to translate 8 units down. So you can see all of my units move down 8. And then the second one is a horizontal stretch by a factor of 2. So you'll see for each of my coordinates, the x value doubled. So here my x value is 3, it becomes 6. Here it was 2, it becomes 4. 0 stays 0. And 5 becomes 10. So notice all of my y values stayed the same. All right, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.